today I'll be sharing with you My Father's World curriculum. This is God's creation from A to Z. This is the kindergarten curriculum. So if I had to pick a year out of all the ones we've done so far, this would most likely be my favorite. I've used this 3 times already. I'm on the 3rd round with my littlest one right now, and it is just so well done. It's so sweet. We've created such wonderful memories. It includes everything in it, and it was just what we needed for our first kindergarten year and beyond. So I wanted to share with you what it comes with, what it looks like, what worked for us, what didn't. It has changed a little bit since we purchased it, but most of the pieces are still very similar. So I'll be able to share that part with you, and hopefully you can see if it'll be a good fit for you and your family. Now, if you go to mfwbooks.com, you can see samples of their teacher's manual along with their student sheets. So these are just a few of the ones that I kept from one of my children. You can see that has a little classification sheet. They would learn a letter a week and do different activities with it, learning the different sounds. There's handwriting sheets as well. And then later on, they do start reading CVC words as well. So student sheets are included in there. It includes these little badges that I'll be sharing more with you in just a bit about how they use these. You also get the flashcards for each of the topics that you'll be covering. And then it also comes with these larger flashcards for each of the letters, a CD for classical music, and this puzzle. You can see ours is well loved in here, but we still use it all the time. They also have for the children's sake. So I do want to share a little bit about this for just a bit. This is about Charlotte Mason's philosophies of education. So you're going to hear a lot about Charlotte Mason in the homeschool circles just because her principles were so valuable and so helpful in understanding children, and it just changed my perspective on childhood and education and what it could look like in the little years. So it'll help kind of shift your paradigms a little bit about what education is, what it can look like in the younger years, and how to just develop a love for learning in children. And so you're building relations between your child and God and with others and the world around them. And so it talks about how to do that effectively. In My Father's World gives you all the pieces you need to make it happen. So the curriculum also comes with these rods, the Cuisinart rods, and a booklet, but I don't have those because they didn't have it available 6 years ago with it. And then the last part that's in there is the literature set. So these are just beautiful books that at the time that I purchased it, it was actually part of the deluxe package. So now they've included that, I think, as part of the original package. I strongly recommend them. These books are our favorites. The kids read them and reread them over and over and over again. It just has added to our library, and it's just something that we've created such great memories with. In the curriculum, you have activities to do with these and ideas to just bring the stories to life and just really help solidify that understanding of the topics you're studying. So highly recommend these books. Such great pieces there. As an add-on, if you choose to use them, they have the butterfly kit, so highly recommend this. We've done it twice. We're about to do it a 3rd time, where you get the caterpillars and you watch them form their little cocoons, and then you see them turn into butterflies, and you get to have them in here for a good while before you release them out. So this is great. We've also done the ant farm. So I believe this is an additional purchase, but it's so great. The kids loved observing the ants, learning more about them, and everything else. So another piece that is highly recommended. It's something you can use over and over again if you choose. So those are the pieces of the curriculum. How does it all work? So the way they break it down is they give you 2 weeks of creation. Then they give you the 26 letters of the alphabet with specific topics and Bible concepts that lean into character development as well. So I'll share with you that in just a bit. And then you get a unit in there for Christmas, and then an additional couple weeks for Fruits of the Spirit. So they've added in quite a bit since we've used it. Lots of great pieces in there that I really think you'll enjoy, but you can check those out on the site. Now, how it all comes together is that with each letter of the alphabet, they have a specific topic that they discuss. So share with you some ideas, or some examples here. So for example, the letter S, as they're learning about the letter S, the sound that it makes, they're learning about the sun here. And so the latest version has some information about the sun. So you'll read that with your children. Then the manual has a book list at the back. So it'll say sun, and then it'll give you a number of books on the sun. So you can find picture books on there, you can find nonfiction books on there, so you can learn all about the sun, and you can do activities with it all. So they'll do the activities with the sun, some crafts with the sun. They'll go outside, they'll make a sundial. I think we measured our shadows with the chalk on the sidewalk. And while they're doing all this, the Bible concept that they're learning is that Jesus is the light of the world. And so it connects the Bible concept to this topic that they're learning about in such a beautiful way. So then we discussed scriptures that have to do with Jesus being the light of the world. We did little activities where we went to a dark room and we tried to walk around in the dark and had such a hard time until we turned on the light. We could just see our path straight at that point. So it makes a lot of neat connections that just bring the Bible concepts to life for the kids. So there's different ones. One here, for example, is God takes good care of me. So this was one we learned about when we learned about nests. And these little badges are what the children make along the way. So they trace these, they color them, and then they write the concept that they learned. So we hole punch these, and we actually just hanging them up on a string in our hallway. The leaf one is I will live and grow in Jesus. And so we did a demonstration where we talked about how the plant is representing God, and these little leaves are abiding with the plant, and they're growing and they're beautiful. But if we pluck one off because it wants to go its own way, it soon starts to wither. So lots of great activities built into the curriculum. This was one of the crafts that my daughter did. I just lost her little eye. It goes right there. These are the leaf guys. We learned about leaves. This was her turtle. So you have crafts in there along the way, along with the book list, of course. I can show you here. We're going to learn about the octopus next. So we have books from the library on the octopus, and I have this great Usborne book here on oceans. So I'm going to tie this in. Hermit crabs, follow me. So just some fun books. Like this is something we use for story time. We read them right before bed. And then we're just adding on those Bible concepts along the way. So just a few more so you can get an idea here. But for octopus, even the octopus praises the Lord. So all of creation shows us how good God is, how amazing he is, and it all praises him. And so that's what I love the most about this curriculum, is it just gives children a heart for Jesus, for his creation, and how it all points to him. Let me see if I have some more here. Oh, butterfly. God can make me new. So such a great concept to learn about as I learn about metamorphosis. Let's see. As I learn about zebras and camouflage, I can't hide anything from God. I show love to everyone, especially my family. So just different concepts here. These cards are amazing. The ideas are amazing. And then it just all comes together well. So that is the gist of the curriculum. I'm trying to see if there's anything else here. The music component, they listen to this at least once a week, and they'll do different little activities with it. For example, so when we studied leaves and we listened to that particular piece, they pretended to be leaves and they'd float around in the hallway as we danced to the music. So this just gets them moving, and it's an introduction to classical music. And then part of the curriculum is spending time outdoors. So Charlotte Mason was huge on nature observation and being outside in nature. And so it does give you ideas for that, like going to the park, going to the zoo, or just things that can tie into the topics they're studying. But ultimately, it's just about getting outside and allowing your children to experience God's creation from A to Z. So hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please drop them down below. If you enjoyed this video or find my resources helpful, please subscribe, and I will see you back here soon.